YouTube? It's your boy DJ Expect, back with another video. Finally back with another video, but actually it's been a lot quicker than the last my last videos going around. I think I'm around like a 2-week turnaround time, so I'm getting better, getting the hang of it. But this video is gonna be about camera lenses, specifically Canon RF lenses. I have a new best favorite lens. Can you guess out of these three, which is the favorite lens? I mean, out of these three, you can kind of guess a little bit. You can obviously see that their sizes are completely different. For reference, this is an espresso, but this is a espresso cup that I use, a Yeti by Yeti. As you can see, the size of this cup. All these lenses are obviously bigger than these cups. The lens I'm using right now to film is the 50 1.8. I'm not even gonna lie, the nifty 50. When you get to that professional level grade quality, the nifty 50, it ain't it, y'all. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm not even sure how this footage is gonna look, but if you compare this footage to like my last YouTube video that I shot with these lenses, you will obviously see a difference. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the best lens. I think the best lens, hands down, RF lens wise. And that will be this middle lens. Actually, which is surprising, I didn't know it was that big until I sat it next to my lenses. But it is the Canon RF 28-70. This lens is a behemoth of a lens. Like, typically, anybody saw me around town was like, yo, that's a really big lens you have. And typically, people have saw me shooting with the 85 1.2. And since I got this, people was like, yo, what lens is that? It's even freaking bigger. It's heavier, it's bigger. It costs, does it cost? Yes, it costs the most out of all three of these lenses. This was $2,700, and this was the first lens that I bought. I think it's on my YouTube channel somewhere. And this is the 24-70 2.8. So this is aperture 2.8, 2.0, 1.2. This has the most bokeh out of them all, which that's what everyone loves, the bokeh. And that's what people call me, the bokeh king, because I love bokeh on all my shots. This one has the most bokeh of them all, but honestly, comparing the quality, these two is very hard to distinguish. So I'm gonna move these two aside. So, and just talk more about the 20, I keep getting confused, 28-70, this is 24-70. I'm gonna talk more about these two together because technically, these two together are technically similar, but also very different in terms of their camera, in terms of the lens capability and quality, very different. But technically, based off of the numbers alone, like I said, 24-70, 28-70, very similar. And as you can see, size difference, let me see if I get myself out of focus. They do not compare. Like let me see. You can't even really tell my muscles, but like I'm kind of flexing a little bit more with this one because this is what's so much heavier. And then the next question you guys might be asking is, yo, 24-70, why did you buy a 28-70, which is literally just 4 difference. Other than the bokeh, literally just 4 difference in terms of the focal length. And specifically, so I bought this one specifically because this lens broke. And I still haven't gotten it fixed yet. I've been meaning to send it to Canon to get it fixed. But I haven't because honestly I've been using this so much that I actually haven't even used this like since it broke. And it's been broke now for about, I would say like 6 to 8 months now. It's been broke for quite a while. And the reason why it's broke is when I connect to my camera, it says like communication error or something like that with the lens. And they've told me to send this into Canon and see if they can fix it. Hopefully they can fix it and this won't be a complete waste of money, but not a waste of money because I did get my money's worth out of it because this is my go-to camera for such a long time. But hopefully they can replace it. And what I would use this camera for is for my YouTube videos, and then also when I get a second camera. I plan on getting a second camera soon. But yeah, so that's my plan. So yeah, this one's been broke. Haven't been using it since. So I'm gonna put this to the side. And now talk more about why we're here. Like I said, the best lens in Canon's lineup. So things I can talk about, image quality. I would compare the image quality to these two lenses, the 85 and this, more comparable than to the 24-70. Because the sharpness is it's unmatched. It's literally unmatched. And even sometimes outdoors, the bokeh quality it really takes, like, you really gotta look at the pictures to really notice that, wait a minute, this is not 1.2. But because the quality is just that great. And also what I love about this camera is when you're in studio, you really don't ever need to shoot in the lower apertures. But to be able to capability to shoot in studio with this is amazing. Also, another thing I like to talk about with this lens is that when I'm in studio, and because like I said, in studio, you don't really need to shoot wide open at 2, but I can shoot at f5 and get sharper images than I would got on this lens. So now the drawbacks of this lens. Main thing is the cost. Like I said, this lens is like $3,000, damn near just as much as, almost as much as the damn camera itself. So that's the one thing, cost, ideal, mainly. Second thing is, I knew this lens was a bigger lens, but I still thought that my ND filter that I use for my 85 would fit, and it doesn't. Let's see if you can tell the difference as well. This lens is way bigger than this one. So I think the 85 is 82 millimeters. I'm guessing this is like 85. So I need to look and get one ND filter to fit this. Right now I don't need it too much because I don't shoot with this outside flash wide open that I need to use a filter for this. Because typically when I'm outside I have enough space that I can use my 85, which is what I've been doing. But I would like to test this outside at 2.0 with a flash. But without a flash, I don't need a filter, and this works just fine. Okay, let me show you. Let me open the. Like you said, you could see. Look how massive this is compared to the size of my face. Huge. But yeah, like I said, this is the best lens that Canon makes right now. People can argue with me, and if you want to argue with me, put in the comments right now why you think this lens isn't better than whatever you want to stack against it. I mean, is it better than a telephoto? What is it, 100 to 600 mLs? That's like $12,000. I don't know. I never tried that lens. But in terms of Canon's immediate lineup, this is the best. People, the 70 to 200 warriors probably will argue with me down with this. And other than being at a baseball game or being at a football game and being able to film from across the way, how would this not be better? You can't say that 7200 is going to be better portraits. Trust me, it's not. Yeah, please, if you have a lens that you think is better than this, please let me know. Other than that, this is the best lens. Quality-wise, it feels the most premium. I have very smooth turning of my focus rings. So yeah, overall, I think this is definitely the best lens in Canon's lineup. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. I've had this lens for a couple of months now. This has been battle tested. I've used it at weddings. I use it for outdoor shoots, and literally, other than the 85 shooting at 1.2 outside, this is not beating it. This is not beating it. Oh, the last con is this thing is heavy. I think I mentioned that a million times, but this is heavy. I tried shooting outside at night with like a handheld flash and doing like holding the camera with one hand and then the flat, and I couldn't do it. Like my hands got tired after like 5 minutes of holding this thing with the camera, with the body, with the battery, with the trigger, and it was just too heavy. But yeah, heaviness is the only really drawback I would say. If you are a wedding photographer, if you are a portrait photographer, if you do studio work and you have the money, this is, like I said, I think it's $2,200. Spend the extra $1,000 and get this. You won't be disappointed, trust me. You will not be disappointed. Other than I bought this lens and my R5 at the same time, and my total I think was like $6,000 a time. If I knew about this lens, I probably just spend the extra $1,000 and spend $7,000 and just bought this all at the same time, because this is the best lens ever. Like I said, I'm gonna fix this just because I paid for this and I don't want it to go complete waste. So I'm gonna fix this. But this is my go-to lens for weddings, for my indoor YouTube studio work, for my portraits, for everything. The only thing this lens is not doing for me is, or I'm not using as much for, is my 85 1.2 outdoors. It's not. it's debatable, but the 85 1.2, like I said, I'm the bokeh king, bokeh warrior. I have to shoot 1.2 when I'm outside. And like I said, I have an ND filter that fits this. But if I get one that can fit this, I will probably use this just as much. But yeah, for best all-around camera, like I said, you can get that crazy bokeh that's very hard to distinguish between my 1.2. This is the best lens that Canon makes right now. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys on my next YouTube video, and I'll talk more about a new product. It's the 360 X5. I battle tested that camera as well, and I will compare that to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So yeah, catch me guys in the next video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Holla at your boy, DJ Expect.